Hey everybody, Chrissie here, and I'm excited to share these cards with you today. So I made two kind of circus-y themed cards. One I did off camera, and the other I'm going to show you how to do right now. So I am using the new Electro-Pop Neon Flock by Rina K. So the first thing I did was I grabbed a piece of that pink flock and then I put some Easy Cut adhesive on the back. So Easy Cut adhesive is awesome because it makes anything that you're using into a sticker. So basically it's a two-sided adhesive. So the sticky side goes on the back of your item and you peel it off later and it becomes a sticker. So for this card, I embossed it first. What I didn't realize is that after I die cut it, it would kind of flatten it out. So I ended up embossing it off camera again after I die cut. So if you're going to do this technique, I'd suggest go ahead and die cut your image first and then emboss it after. But because I did it first, you could really kind of catch a glimpse there of what it looks like embossed. So for video purposes, I left it in just to show you how cool it looked. So I die cut it, I ran it through my embossing machine, and then now my sentiment is all separate little image or little letters, which I'll show you later. They all have some dimension added to them. So next I stamped this cute little circusy type carousel, and I am just going to color it in really simply. I'm barely even shading when I do this because I'm actually going to add some of the Gina K or Rina K neon glitz glitter gels to some of these images. So like I said, I'm speeding this up. I'm just really kind of simplifying my coloring. I want the star of this card to be the flocked lettering and to be that glitz glitter gel. So the colors, my coloring is not really that important. It's just so something is there. But I'm still adding small amounts of shading, and I'm actually kind of using a blending pen to create my highlight. So basically I'm coloring everything in, and then where I want the color removed, I'm coming in with that blending pen and actually kind of going over it and removing it instead of adding my shadows. It's kind of like a cheat way if you don't have a lot of colors in your marker collection to get some extra shadows and some extra usage out of your markers. So that's what it looks like colored. So I'm just die cutting it out. I have a coordinating die for this. If you don't, that's okay. You can go ahead and fussy cut it. So now here are all of my letters. So you can see I had embossed them. They're sitting in the embossing folder. So I'm just going to go, I'm trying to decide here exactly how I'm going to lay out this card. I wasn't too sure. I knew I wanted all of the letters to be kind of like haphazard. So I'm just showing you my process here, kind of debating what to do. And then this is what I ended up going with. So birthday at the top, which is at the bottom with that little carousel in the middle. And I felt like this would really kind of highlight those letters because they're hanging off the card and they're really kind of like in your face. And the fact that I did that Poppin pink flat color on like a lighter green background, I think it really shows up well. So the next thing I did was I assembled my cards. You can see I'm using powder there. That is so the backs of those letters that were still sticky aren't sticky anymore. So I don't get anything weird on them later, like hairs or fuzzes or something funky. So that powder de-sticks it. So they're still on there as an element, and the rest of it is stuck to the front of the card, but the pieces that are hanging off the edges aren't sticky anymore. And now I'm also going to add the carousel on there that suits both of them. I'm using my 3D foam squares. So now this is what I was talking about where I'm going to add a little bit of the Rina K Glitz Glitter Gel. So this is the Poppin pink and the Hello Yellow. So I'm actually just using a Q-tip. So one of my favorite things to do is try to stretch my supplies as much as I can. Now, if you're familiar with the cards I create, you know that I love stencils. Stencils and creating backgrounds are probably like my favorite thing in the world, but this time I really kind of wanted to push myself and not use my Glitz Glitter Gel with stencils. So I literally like struggled, like what am I going to do? And then I thought, oh, I'd love to be able to put them on a stamped image, but how am I going to do that? This was the perfect way to do it. So I really just grabbed teeny bits of it. So, and then even if I got a little bit outside of the lines, I could take the other end of the Q-tip that was clean and kind of brush it away. As long as I did that before it dried, it actually came out perfect. And I kind of like chunked it up, like I put layer upon layer, just so it would have a little more dimension. So it was obviously on there. It wasn't just a stamped image. And then I finished everything off with a sparkle pen to kind of like make those little horses sparkle. So here's a quick shot of it. I made that second card like I mentioned, same technique, just with cotton candy and tickets in the background. Here's both of them together. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I can't wait to see what you create. Have a great day.